Welcome to Aquatic Park today and Mind Body Health class. We're going to start with some Qigong, seated, triple burner. As you inhale, feel the expansion in the body, not only the rib cage, but the tummy and the upper chest and the nostrils. Everything is working together. So as you inhale, expansion coming up. Contraction or exhaling coming down. And feel the length of the spine as if you had an arrow up from the back of the spine and the top of the head, and that arrow is connecting you all the way up to the ceiling. Feel the expansion in the rib cage. Feel the contraction of the rib cage as you move down with your energy and your exhale. 2 more of triple burner, also sometimes called triple warmer. The warmth is the energy entering your body through the palms, and the breath, that connection. And last one. Our next Qigong movement will be, as we move slowly, will be Buddha picks up the earth. We start up here, we exhale down, first inhale, exhale down through the nostrils, and now inhale up through the center core of the body. And then push the palms up into the air and possibly release the back of the spine up at the chest area so that you really look up, but not too much. As you see the world move up, use your eyes to watch the hands go. One more of Buddha picks up the earth and pushes it into the sky. And now we're going to inhale over here on this right side for you, picking up a feather and letting it go, watching it come down with your eyes. And then the other side, on your left side, inhaling, touching the thumb with the forefinger and then releasing, flattening the palm, watching it come down. Then we'll go to the other side. Inhaling and exhaling. This is picking up a feather and letting it go. And one more over here. Now we'll do a few inhaling and exhaling from seated yoga, coming up and then bringing the prayer down through the center, exhaling. 3 of these. Expansion, bringing in the joy of moving, and contraction as the palms come down. One more. Feel that breath come in and the breath come out here as the energy moves down through the central meridian and down towards your core area. Good. Now opening the ribs for some side expansion and contraction. 2 more. Last one. And ground it through the earth or through your thighs. We'll next be doing some spinal twisting. So bringing your right hand over here towards your left thigh and your left hand behind the chair or stool and looking over that way. And then coming to the other side. Now this time your left hand on your right thigh and your right arm up. Opening to look back. And now from the center, bring the palms up overhead and side bend here, and side bend back. Side bend again, and side bend back. Good. Now bringing your fingers to your shoulders, forward, back, up and down with your circles. Feel the elbows, the wrists, the fingers, the palms, all really loosening the joints here. And go the opposite direction, back, up, forward and down. Feel the difference. There, the chest diminishes here on your exhale. The opposite way, it expands. Feel that expansion of the chest. You really want some expansion there as you move the energy down the back with the shoulder blades. Okay, let's bring the elbows close to the body and just roll the wrists forward and roll the wrists back. Now bring them out way to the side in a T and do the same thing. Rolling them forward all the way to the shoulders, but keeping the shoulders pretty relaxed here. Don't lift them too high. And then going back the other way. And while you're sitting, just tap the balls of the feet on the ground. And then the heels a little bit. You'll have to hold back here so that you can do that. I'm holding onto my stool. Good. Now you're going to fold forward from the hips with a flat back and come up here into standing position, Tadasana. So let's come now behind the chair and we're going to roll forward to the balls of the feet, lift the heels and come back towards the heels, lifting the toes. This is to warm up the feet. You're going to sink in the middle and move back towards the heels. Sink in the middle and move forward towards the toes. So this is where it's useful to have a chair or a stool. And this actually is really good for the feet. You're touching all the meridians that move up through the feet, through the whole body, while you actually move towards the heels, sink a little bit in the middle here at the bubbling spring, and then come up towards the balls of the feet. It's a good sinking and rising exercise. And while we're at it, let's slide back and forth on the top of your stool here. So you slide over here and you slide back. And you can do a pretty good side-to-side weight shift here, just with your stool. You can add movement if you like. And one knee is bending, the other is straightening as you do this. So it's really a perfect way to practice your side-to-side shifting, either holding on or sliding. And from here, we can look at the forward back shift. Let's first look at your left foot. So I'm going to come over here. So your left foot would be here on opposite my right. And we're going to sink down here and then move towards the chair a little bit, moving the energy into this foot as it becomes yan and releasing your left heel. And you can slide forward and slide back this way. Slide forward. Slide back. I'm going to move back to the back of the chair here. Slide forward and slide back. This can be done against a wall. There's all sorts of ways you can make this an accessible forward back weight shift. But basically, you want to stay straight as you move forward. The energy comes into this left leg. This knee bends. The back leg straightens and the heel lifts. You want to come back and feel that slide across there. You can also use a church pew for this. I've taught in churches where we did this as an exercise. And now slide back. Good. And then you simply have to go to the opposite side of the stool, still using the top of it as a slide. Come back towards the end of it here. Drop. Release your energy into your left leg here and release your right. And when you do this, this leg is bent next to the stool. The other leg is straight away from the opposite leg. And here you go. You inhale forward, exhale back. Notice how as you come forward, the heel in the back will rise. As you come back and glide through the middle, the toe in the front will rise. So a very good way. I've used this in the middle of the night. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I just go and work on weight shifting with a stool. It's very calming. So we all have those times when we need to just de-stress. This is very de-stressing. And come back to center. Good. Just a few ideas of how you might use a stool. Okay, so now we're going to move back into our Qigong standing. Triple burner. Same principles we had seated, but you can really feel the extension of the entire body when you're standing and feel the breath come in through the whole spine. And the connection of the spine from the Ming Men, the low part of your spine, all the way up to the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull. Connecting cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine is a really important part of Qigong and of yoga and of Tai Chi. They're all connected. Feel the expansion, feel the contraction. We'll move into Buddha picks up the earth now, standing, sinking down, coming up through the central meridian with your inhale. Turning the palms up to exhale and see it go. The world goes into the sky. 2 more. And last one. Now picking up a feather, letting it go over here on your right side. Watch the palm come down. You'll be using your eyes to connect there. Do it again. Notice how the back heel over here lifts to support the extensions. And then the other side, the extension of the leg and also the extension of the rib cage. The leg and back is extended, and the rib cage here is extended on the opposite side. So all of those things help you with your alignment and help you with your breath. The interconnections that we make here, slowly with continuity and with circularity, are really important. Sink it down. Double ground it. And one more here. Inhale to the heart, your middle dantian. Exhale down to the abdomen, your low dantian. And inhale to the head. And above that today, to this beautiful day we have in San Francisco, to the sun. And now very slowly with our spinal twist, moving something rounded here to the right for you. Looking over that shoulder, you've twisted the hip, the central body, the chest, and your head is looking over to the side. And now come back to center on the inhale and twist to the opposite side. Inhale first, feel the twist on the exhale. But the length of the spine does not change. Couple more. Slowly moving twists. Beautiful. Now we're going to go to sort of an aerobic aspect to this. Let's take the same thing for knocking at the gates, a typical warm-up for Tai Chi Chuan. We are tapping at the buttocks back here, and then bringing it up towards your kidneys, which are right back there. And then the lung points here. You want to use a rounded palm here. It's kind of loose. And then let's go down the right arm for you and up it, across the body, moving left and down, top of the arm, inside of the arm, across. And now send the energy of our everyday out. Anything that bothers you, let it go. And then the inside of the arms, same thing. Enjoy saying, okay, goodbye. I'm not worried about you. And then the other side and the inside. And then let's go down the inside of the legs and back up the outside. And fold forward from the hips as you do this so that you have a flat back, and then release, rounding the back. Very good. And now just shake it out for a minute, starting from the feet all the way up, like you're needing to do this, like kids do. You see 3-year-olds do this. We're being 3-year-olds. Okay, very good. That's much nicer now to just get rid of all that tenseness in the body. And we'll now go into Tadasana once more. Lengthen through the whole spine, bring the palms forward, and bring the feet in a little bit here, not too wide a V here, so that you can come up towards the balls of the feet. Releasing the heels and back towards the heels, releasing the toes. And it can be as subtle as you like. It doesn't have to be a big deal like this or a big deal like that. It's just very soft, continuous, and we add the circularity of a slight feeling of the infinity symbol here as the palms turn over and the palms take the energy from the earth and come up again. Beautiful. And we stay connected rhythmically as we slowly move with the rhythm of the feet, the movement of the feet moving forward to the front and back changes the movement of the hands. Everything is synchronized. Synchronicity, circularity, softness, continuity, basics of Qigong, and basics of Tai Chi Chi. Our 19 movements we'll be doing once we warm up. And now this is the first one of Tai Chi Chi. It in itself, rocking motion, is a warm-up. Nine more. Let's do 6 more now. Okay, we've done quite a few already. And while you do this, feel your body breathing, expanding, contracting, connecting to movement, and releasing almost any thoughts in the mind except for the fact of doing this. And last one. Beautiful. Now we'll just bring our feet a little bit closer together for bird flaps its wings. The feet are in a V here, and you're going to sink and rise here. First, we'll sink. Bring the palms together on an inhale, and then sink and rise 3 times. The third one will have a wrist circle. And notice how slowly we're moving. together. Beautiful. 2 more cycles. Bird flaps its wings. You can see those wings come out as the forearm and the wrist moves together. And then the third one, the bird thinks maybe it's a good idea to fly, but not too far. Last cycle. And back to rest. Inhaling and sinking the energy into the ground, double grounding it. Bring it to the heart on the inhale and the ground on the exhale. Resting now on globes of energy right here. And then shifting a couple times, bringing your thumbs to your hip bones here to feel the connection there. Shift side to side shifting. And now we're going to shift into the right to bring the left heel forward. And that will cause the back foot, which is already 45-degree angle, to be stationary there, and move forward and back with your right, with your left. Couple moves forward and back. Then we're going to begin around the platter, moving around some kind of a circle here in chest-high water. Fingertips touching that water 9 times on each side. Breathing in and breathing out halfway around to bring the energy to the back leg. So we need to slow down a little bit. So we breathe a little bit slower, longer inhale. And now start your exhale. Releasing the jaw, the tongue will come close to the upper palate. And you'll be breathing in through your nostrils. And the stomach will feel like it opens. And as you move back, it moves towards the dantian back here, the Mingmen area. And send it into the earth. Ground it singly, shift towards your left. Release your right. Around the platter. Feel the slowness of your breath. Say to yourself, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And you're starting this right outside your right knee and back to the opposite leg towards your left. So make sure your circle's going the right direction here. It's moving out to the right first, and then it's moving back to the left second as it moves towards your back leg. Two more. Coming back to rest. And double ground it. We've finished around the platter. And now we move into its variation, shifting towards your right first to bring the left heel forward. Picking up a ball of energy right here at your left shoulder. And dropping its center right opposite your heart and lungs. To send the energy to the back foot, which is your right foot. So let's glide a little more through the center. And that'll be towards your exhale here. Here's your inhale. Here's your exhale when the palms drop opposite the heart and lungs. The inhale seems to move towards the exhale. Three more. And last one on the left. Draw that leg back. Single grounding from left to right. Shift towards your left leg because you're going to bring your right leg forward. And pick up a ball of energy at your right shoulder. This is around the platter variation right side. You can also say slowly, you're numbering probably from now on. This is 6. We have to go to 9. 2 more. Good. We want the brain to go into a sort of relaxation response with the body. So we want to make sure we slow down and move together if possible. But if your breath doesn't want to go as slowly as mine, I leave it to your option to do whatever you want. It's fine. This is bass drum. Now we're moving into bass drum. And make sure your back foot's at a 45-degree angle here. That helps you balance in back and balance in front. Good. Oh, that's nice. Bass drum is slowing us down. And feel the elbows move towards the back with the hips. That's a key that energy is going to come around the whole body here as you bring those palms down and you inhale here and exhale back. 3 more. Last one of bass drum on your left. Bring the foot in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Shift this way. I've been using a hitchhiking term here with the thumb. And then release your right leg. Bass drum, right side. Feel the palms soften. The fingers kind of want to open here, but nothing is tight. All the joints, including the elbows, are relaxed. And we have 3 more now. We're at 7 right now here. And we're moving to 9. Last one. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it into the earth on your exhale. We're going to double ground that. We finished bass drum. And our next move is daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. So there she is at the bottom of the mountain saying, oh my goodness, I'm going to climb that. Which one? This one over here or this one over here? Both of them coming up. Daughter on the mountaintop and coming down through the central trail. Left hand close to the heart, yours and mine. Notice how the palms cross at the wrist here, with the left hand coming right down through the central meridian and the right hand on the outside. 2 circles that started as one, a heart shape. When you finish it at your core. Three more on that left side. Say to yourself, I am breathing in here. Sorry. And I am breathing out here. And last one. Beautiful. Bring the foot back. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And shift towards your left to bring the right heel forward. And start there. Sort of like, what? Am I climbing that? It's kind of the look, isn't it? And now shifting forward, shifting back. Remember to breathe forward here and breathe out as you come back. So you might want to inhale towards me and then slowly sinking through the feet, coming back. Feel the glide through the center. Let's do 3 more. And last one. The companion move to daughter on the mountaintop is daughter in the valley. And we'll be doing that next. Let's first double ground this one. Shift towards your right to bring the left heel forward. Start with your palms up here, just about a little over your chest here. And then coming through the valley on the inhale, feel the polarity of the palms. There's connection there that's made energetically by the Legong points in the center of the palms. So feel the inhale, cultivate that. And then the exhale as you drop back. Good. And enjoy it. I always feel like it's enjoying the view from the top of the mountain right here. Oh, wow. We climbed that. How cool. And let's do 2 more over here on this left side. And fully enjoy the view together as we drop back. Nice. Okay, now sink it into the ground. Single grounding. And then we're going to shift towards that left side to bring the right heel forward. And start on top of the mountains. And exhale down and come through the valley on the inhale. Inhaling forward towards me, feeling the glide back away from me, and then the release of that front toe. Now here, feel the slowness and then the release of the back heel. It takes about 20 minutes to fully feel the chi moving through the body and all the meridians. But by this point, personally, I feel that this is where it happens. Right in the middle of daughter in the valley, there's a change of the brain. It's connecting to the movement better. It's different for everyone, but ask yourself, where do you feel the chi? Is it from the beginning or does it happen somewhere in here? All right, now we're going to double ground it. Good. Once we've finished daughter in the valley, we're ready for the next move, which is carry the ball to the side. So we move over here to your right. We pick up the ball, winding up at the hips. The little tiny ball here is going to be under a bigger circle's circumference. And you come down 3 times as you move it across. And you're shifting the whole time. So release here, wind up with the hips and with the ball, and release the outside leg, which is your left, and moving left. And feel the relaxation of the palms and fingers and the whole body as it moves together as one. And let's do one more. And bring in the outside right foot. And wind up, and we'll go back the opposite direction. Winding up towards your left and moving right. Bring in the left. Sink it. Wind up. Move it. Sink. And the last one over here. We're going to go back the other way, but I just want to make sure that we do this a few times because it's a wonderful feeling of letting that energy go there as you sink, and then you wind up, and then you go back. Something wonderful about repetition. It's a form of letting go. If you ever played the piano as a kid, the most fun you ever had once you learned them was the scales, right? It's kind of like that with this. And the last one. And sink it through the earth and double ground it. Carry the ball has come to a graceful conclusion. Oh, let's take it up to the heart. Inhale to the middle dantian, and now inhale towards the highest dantian, your head. And we'll take it even more. We'll take it up to the sun today because we're grateful for it when we get it. And the upper spine automatically releases air too. It's so beautiful. All right. Now we're going to go to our next 2 moves. And the first is push, pull, and the second is pulling in the energy. So you're going to be in the center wherever you are in your room and sink and shift towards your right to bring the left heel forward. You're going to inhale first, and this one is an exhale forward. Inhale, and now exhale. Push. It's football shape or an ellipse. And yet it doesn't stop. So feel the exhale here. It's a continual circle of some kind. Just a little squished. Push. Pull. Or also sometimes called giving and receiving energy because you feel it come right back to your heart on that inhale. Four more on this side. Four more on your left side. Exhale forward towards me on this one. And then as you turn the palms, inhale back to yourself, to the back wall. Two more. Last one. And bring that foot back in. Inhale to release it through the earth. Shift it towards your left, release your right heel, and push pull. Three more. Exhaling forward and inhaling back. Last one. Beautiful. Nice. Good. I love that one because it's different from all the others in that you're exhaling forward and inhaling back. Normally we inhale forward. The next one we have is pulling in the energy from the farthest star, and we are inhaling forward. Through the fingertips, we're bringing in energy from the farthest star in the universe, and the palms are up facing it. Four more. And last one on this left side of pulling in the energy. When you get to the right side, think about a moment in your life when you did look at the most distant star, maybe lying on your back, thinking, wow, what could I get from that star? There's lots of songs like that. When You Wish Upon a Star is one of them. We're on your right side now. 3 more. And last one. Inhale and sink it through the earth. And double ground it. You're welcome to hydrate anytime you like during the class. I'm going to continue now with basic taffy. Bringing your left hand under the right elbow, bringing your left heel out to the side and pulling the energy between the palms. Bring in your right foot. The foot underneath is your invite hand. It's inviting you now to the right side. Notice how we do a little bit of grounding between each one of these. That's it right here. And that helps to relax the body. Grounding is important for letting the body let go. Feel the energy between the palms. It's sometimes called heavy air or sticky like taffy. It just feels like something's happening even though their palms are not touching each other. It's also been called the heart protector move, as the palm moves across the inside of the opposite arm from the upper arm. Last one. And sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Basic taffy comes then to a graceful conclusion, and we move to a forward back L-shaped weight shift thing here where you move your left foot forward, your left hand underneath. Open the hips straight ahead, and then you wind up to go to the left. And now your right foot comes forward. So we just keep switching. We do this 9 times. Sometimes we end at 6 because they are fairly energetic. So we'll see what we do today. This is anchor taffy. The back foot stays anchored until you pull it in on the side-to-side weight shift. And then it moves forward the next time. It's no longer the anchor leg, so it keeps switching. One more here. Left hand for underneath and left leg forward. And we'll return this to grounded on the side. Beautiful. Let's double ground that. We've just finished anchor taffy, the first variation. And now we move to the second variation of basic taffy. Circles taffy. Sinking and rising. You'll feel your feet go up like we did at the beginning with the chair. So let that happen. Sink rise, sink, rise, left hand under, and basic tapping to your left. And return to ground here. And again. Moving to your right hand is under as the invite hand. Sink. And now moving to your left. And going back a few times. This is a beautiful one, I think. It's very freeing. And last one. Moving left. With circles taffy. We will bring it to a graceful conclusion here and move to our third variation after this, which will be perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Sink it through the earth. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. There we go. This is a particularly fun one. You bring the foot right up, you flex it, and then you drop it down with the heel, and the energy moves to the toes. And on top, one hand comes down with the heart protector move, and the other one follows. So you're not touching the arm at all on the inside, but you certainly can feel the energy there. And it's all connected through the weight shift. We usually do this a little bit more than 9 times, so I'm not counting. Well, let's end it here. Good. And sink it all into the earth and double ground it. The tappies have come to a graceful conclusion. And our next move is called working the pulley. Your right hand will be under the hip here. Your left hand will come forward from the heart area. Your left foot will move forward. And basically, the hands will move forward or back, but the feet are going to be active here. So the back foot just slid on the ball of the foot, and now it comes back to slide on the front heel. And as that hand comes forward, it then also comes back with the hand moving up, almost like I described this week in an outdoor class, like a rain gutter here. You push forward, and then you've got a gutter under here. And that hand that moves back under the hip here, that I just called the gutter, that's actually moving in rhythm to the front leg. So there, the leg comes forward, and when it comes, the hip comes back like that, it's responding to the fact that the ankle, the knee, and the hip are moving together to move that hip back. So there's the exhale, here's the inhale. Yeah, feel that. That's so cool because there is the dominant foot and hand here. And then we do the same thing on the opposite side. And that really helps you with what's happening with the feet. The shift of the heel in the front, the shift of the ball of the foot and back. 2 more on your left. Nice. Good. Now we bring that left foot in. We inhale to ground. And we're going to now bring that left hand under the hip. The right hand will move from the chest. The right heel will move forward, ready to go. And you're going to slide on that front heel. Yeah, and you're going to slide on the back ball of the foot here. It all works together without any harm when you get it to the right way station for yourself. So these things take practice, but they're worth it because you suddenly one day find freedom in it. It's like, wow. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Working the pulley, which used to be so hard, is getting easier for us. Yay. And now we come to light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Feet are in a V. Sink it down. Bring the palms to the crown of the head, the back of the skull. They're looking at each other, but they're not touching. And sink and rise. That's your light up there. It's such a fun thing. And now just circle the palms with the fingertips up 6 to 9 times. And hold the energy there on the inhale. And sink and rise to let it go. Out into the earth and back to your heart with your left hand on the top. There's your beautiful inhale. Now here's your beautiful exhale. Now bring the energy to your temples. Light at the temples. Feet are still in a V shape. Sink and rise. Good. Circle the palms. Hold the energy there. Inhale it. And let it go 3 times. Out and into the earth. And back to your heart. Sink it into the earth slowly. With your feet still in a V, but it may be a little bit wider, up to you. This is joyous breath. Exhale everything out. First inhale, and then exhale everything. Now come up to the balls of the feet and sink down 4 times. And again. And last one. Joyous breath comes to a graceful conclusion. As you continue now with passing clouds, the feet will be in a large V here. Stay on the ground. One hand is moving down, the other hand is moving up. This indicates the heavenly energy up here and the earth energy down there. So it's a beautiful figure 8 in a sense. The infinity symbol. is locked in here somewhere. It's a little bit of a forward shift along with the side to side. So often people just brush the elbow here. Two more. Beautiful. Sink it through the earth. Double ground it. And we next do the 6 healing sounds. Ready? 6 healing sounds. Last one, 5 chewies. Five chewies. Mixing the energy of yin and yang and yin, all the opposites, bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. Cosmic consciousness pose. Looking over the window of eternity and through it, interlacing fingers in gratitude. So many years of Qigong, and then Tai Chi and Tai Chi Chuan, and the work of Wen Shan Wang and Justin Stone in 1974, in gratitude. And to all who practice this beautiful practice with me today, thank you so much.